Hey guys, it's Craig here. This is my Homebrew Wednesday number 2. Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk to you about what's gone on in the last week. First off, I just threw together a couple of quick Cooper's beer kits. I did a couple of Cooper's IPA. And you were obviously probably being able to hear the bubbling. That one's bubbling. This one you can see what's happening there. I have to fix that in a few minutes. What happened here is that I just did 2 identical beer kits. We had a little spill over there. I'll just clean that up later. Cooper's IPA. It was just a simple batch just so I can get some beer down. And I did them at exactly the same time, same night, same temperature, same everything identical. I just did them both side by side. The funny thing is that this one started a lot sooner than this one did. In fact, this one hadn't started anything in 24 hours. So I ended up pitching a second package of yeast in it. And I threw on a heat belt just to give it a little kickstart, and that's worked. And then you can see it's worked. You know, it's more than worked. It's overflowing. So the only thing I can think of is that the yeast in this one, the date was more recent than this one. This one was 2011. This one was 2010. I don't know if that's the only difference in the 2 batches is that. So that must have been it. So a little lesson there, if you're just brewing these beer kits where the yeast comes in the lid, when you go to your home brew supply shop, ask for a few extra packages of yeast. It doesn't even have to be the same yeast that comes with the kit. I mean, it probably should be, but if you can't get that, then just get some Nottingham or something. And keep it around and keep it in the fridge, because you never know if one of these kits is going to come with a bum yeast, and it doesn't happen very often, but boy, I was glad I had an extra package in the fridge. So it's probably going to taste slightly different than this one here because of the temperature difference, because of the heat belt, and I've taken the heat belt off since then, but still, you know, there might be a different thing there, and it wasn't exactly the same type of yeast that I used the second time, so we're going to see a slight difference there. But I'll be able to compare the 2 and just see how much difference that is. Other than that, I kegged my this beer kit here, which was sent to me from Steve from New Zealand, and he sent this to me, and I brewed it. I've got a video coming up of me doing that. Just haven't edited it yet, and I've got a little glass of it here. It's actually got a little bit. It's a little bit undercarbonated right now in my keg, because if all you guys that keg, you know very well what happens when you get that. Your gas gets low. You start panicking a little bit. I got to get out and get some more gas this week. So I'm being very conservative with it. But I do have some in the bottles here, 4 4-liter bottles that's carbonating naturally. And when I get these matured, I'll pop one and give you a review of it. So that'll be in a few weeks. Okay. But I do have a little glass of it here. It's okay. It's a little undercarbonated, as I said, but that's because I'm trying to conserve my gas right now. When I get a new gas bottle, I'll carb it up some more. But cheers. It's good. That's all I'm going to say at this point. It's a nice beer. I mean, for a beer kit, it's fantastic. So, there you go. In other news, I'm going to be making some mead. I've got my honey here that I've had for quite a while. Got 8.8 pounds of this. And I think I'm going to throw some fruit in it as well. So I'll be doing that, and there's a name for that, but I can't remember the name. It's escaped me at this moment, but Himaladius knows what it is. He can put it in the comments. So I'll be doing that as well. It's super easy to make. It just takes one hell of a long time to ferment, that's all. So I'll have to find a corner somewhere down here and just let it sit and do its thing. What else? Nothing really else that I didn't say before. Craig's Kitchen video is coming up. I just have to go get some cabbage and stuff from up the street. And same thing for Friday, justin.tv/CraigTube, 10 p.m. Eastern. I really would like to get more Skype calls if I could. I really want you to make an effort to, you know, get Skype installed, test it, get my Skype name, which is CraigTalk1. Ask for a, contact, to put me on your contact list, and call in. Ask the questions on there, because it's a lot easier for me to answer them there than it is to just answer all the mail I get, because I've got over 3,000 messages that I haven't seen yet. And it's just getting, I've said this before, it's crazy. That's just what happens when you get more and more subscribers. It just goes crazy. So please call in. The show is really a call-in show, a phone-in show on Friday. It's not really meant to be a music thing. I just did the music to fill the gaps. But, you know, so don't be afraid to call and talk to me on Friday night. That's about it. Didn't want to make this video too long. Nothing else is really going on. So we'll see you guys on Friday, if not before. And most definitely I'll see you next Wednesday for Homebrew Wednesday. Take care, guys. And, well, I'm kind of double-fisted up here. I've got some wine that's not quite clear yet, and some beer that's not quite as carbonated as it should be. So, I don't know. What each one? Cheers. Take care.